How should we start our intro?
Not quite sure. Let's just welcome everyone first.
All right, welcome everyone. We are miscellaneous. It's a play on word. I'm Misa.
I'm Lynn. And we are going to start our podcast, The Morality Meter.
Yeah,
So we're going to talk about...
in this segment, we'll talk about some stories posted on Reddit. Am I the a-hole? Should I start?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you start first? Go ahead.
Lovely. So, am I the a-hole for asking my best friend why she's excluding me? Posted by local compote 5143. So, I, 29 female, have been best friends with Jenna, 29 female, since college. We've been inseparable for 11 years. We talk every day, spend every weekend together, go on trips, the whole deal. She's basically my soulmate, platonic, obviously, lol. About 6 months ago, Jenna started dating this guy, Mark, 32 mil. I was happy for her at first. I really was. But then she started canceling our plans to hang out with him. I totally understood this new relationship energy and all that. I never complained once, but it's been getting worse. She canceled on me 6 times in the last 2 months. Always last minute, always for Mark. I finally told her very calmly that I felt like she was prioritizing him over our friendship and it hurt my feelings. She apologized and said she'd make more effort. Things were better for like 2 weeks. Then last month, I saw on Instagram that Jenna went to this wine tasting event downtown. The same weekend, she told me she was too busy to come to my place for our pre-planned dinner and needed to cancel. I didn't want to be accusatory, so I texted her, "Hey, saw you were at that wine thing, hope it was fun. Would have loved to come if I'd known about it, smiley face." She left me on red for 3 days. Then she finally responded with just, "It was a last minute thing with Mark's co-workers." Okay, fine, I dropped it. I didn't want to seem clingy, but then 2 weeks ago I found out through another friend that Jenna is having a birthday party next month, and I hadn't been invited. I texted Jenna asking about it, still very calm and not accusatory, and she called me and said it's going to be a small thing, just Mark's friends and a few people from work. I was so confused. I've been to every single one of her birthday parties for 11 years. I asked her directly, "Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Because I feel like you've been icing me out and I don't understand why." She got really quiet and said, "I think we need some space. You're being really intense lately and it's making me uncomfortable." I was floored. Floored with all caps, by the way. Intense, double question mark. For asking why my friend over a decade is suddenly treating me like a stranger. I told her I thought that was really unfair and that I actually deserve an actual explanation. She said she didn't want to have this conversation and that she, quote unquote, needed time to think. That was 12 days ago and she still hasn't reached out. I'm heartbroken. I've literally done nothing wrong. I've been patient. I've been understanding. I've tried to communicate my feelings like an adult. And she's acting like I'm the problem. My mom says I should give Jenna some space, but I feel like if I do that, our friendship is just over. I sent her one more text yesterday saying, "I love you and I'm here to talk when you're ready. I just want to understand what happened." She blocked me. I'm completely devastated. Am I the a-hole for trying to save our friendship? What do you think?
Honestly, mixed. I don't think she's too much of an a-hole, because she's trying to maintain a friendship. She was happy for her friend for having a boyfriend and stuff. And she did say that most of her plans were cancelled last minute, especially pre-planned ones. She said there was a pre-planned one which was cancelled, and understandably she could be upset. What about you? What do you think?
I think she's the asshole or the a-hole, sorry. Just gets me so upset because she's so passive aggressive.
Oh!
She's so passive aggressive. It's like she could have, if she wanted to be real about her feelings, she could have said "Hey, you told me you were busy, but I saw you at that thing and it really made me upset." But instead she was like, "Saw you at the wine thing, hope it was fun. Would have loved to come if I'd known about it." Who invited you?
No, that is weird though. We have love to come. It's like really weird. Like, okay, she canceled plans with you. Why would you assume you can just go with her to another plan?
And then you know, because she asked her to like hang out and then she canceled like 6 times. I felt like that's a lot of time to be like hanging out at the age of 29. She's probably busy, you're busy too. Like sometimes plans get cancelled.
True.
I don't think that like, canceling 6 times in 2 months is appropriate, but it also like what's the level that you guys are hanging out in? Because if you see each other like pretty much each day, 6 times canceling is nothing.
Well, it might not be wanting to hang out 6 times a month. It might be like want to hang out once, but then because of the cancellation, she tried to like reschedule it 6 times. You know?
Yeah, and we also don't know what's the level of commitment because it might be a soft commit. Like I might be like, hey, you wanna go for lunch sometime next week? And then you might assume it's Tuesday, even though I say
oh yeah, true.
Next week.
True. Or maybe like I invited you, but I'm like, oh, would you like to hang out? And you like, oh yeah, maybe. And I just assume that that's like you locking it in, like yes, we are hanging out.
So this is quite fresh. It's only posted 18 hours ago. So I'm just looking at some of the comments here. So top comment says, edit. I'm not reading the comment, but the edit. So they said OP is in the comments dodging questions about how often Jenna followed through on plans in those 2 months and says it doesn't matter. She mentions rescheduling or changing hangout times and counted as canceling. She also said that Mark is a loser and he's just a person she's dating. He'll be gone before long. She's clearly dismissive of Jenna and Mark's relationship, and I can see things went the way they did. OP seems to think Jenna's time needs to be spent with her mostly because Jenna's boyfriend is a loser, not as important as her, and will be gone soon anyway. Weirdo behavior.
Oh, that's weird. That is weird.
Look, I will admit I'm a little bit possessive over my friends as well. But not in a level of calling them my soulmate and stopping them from going out with your boyfriend. Like, of course, no one.
I mean, like, even I want to make plans with you, but if you tell me, like, sorry, I can't make it, Kyle wants to take me out on a surprise date, I'd be like, go for that date right now.
Right. Because, like, why are we getting possessive over each other? It's crazy. So
we should be happy. Like our best friends have like a partner who'll take care of them. Damn.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at her comment history. She's very aggressive. She's like capitals LOL. She's not having a baby with him. He's honestly a loser. Let me guess, you're gonna say I have BPD.
Okay, wait, that gave me so much more context.
Yeah, I think context matters here. She says, you're gonna say I have BPD and then the eye roll emoji, and none of my feelings are real. I don't fall for that misogynistic BS. I know who I am, clearly you don't, kissy face.
No, okay, that gave me a different perspective. At first I was like, there could be like another side to the story. She's like really trying her best, but then when you give me all these things, I'm like, oh, she seems very intense. She does seem really intense.
So honestly, this is like I don't want to read into it, but like, are you in love with your best friend or something? Because she said men come and go, friendship is forever. I agree. Like, some men can come and go, but friendships can come and go.
But friendship is not forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I've lost some friends over the years. I'm sure we all know that feeling. It's like we grieve over it the same way we grieve over the loss of a loved one, but friends come and go too.
Yeah, it's funny because her Reddit name, I think it's called Good Friend. And her comment is, good friend, but everyone hates me. That's funny. So lots of passive aggressiveness from her. I feel like there's a lot of angst. Honestly, because you're my best friend.
So our verdict.
I don't know what to think of it. Because like, I wouldn't put you in that spot where if you wanted to go out with your boyfriend, it's him or me. I wouldn't put you in that spot.
But at the same time, we both understand, like, if we lock in, we lock in. If we cancel because like we have other things, we would also tell each other.
Right, but she seems to dodge that in the comments. She said like it's not about how many times they hang, it's about the last minute cancellations. So if you're gonna book me out 30 days of the month and I cancel 6 of them, I think I'm pretty justified.
True. I mean, we don't even hang out all the time. I mean,
No.
like leisurely, of course.
Yeah, but
Sometimes we even go like a few weeks without like actually like properly hanging out.
yeah, and we don't
Hanging
talk
out.
for that period of time. I'm not hassling you. But I think what's important here is that, like, you know, context of outside of this story, I think that you shouldn't, like, yes, new relationships and all, but you shouldn't sell out your friends and family for a new guy.
At the same time,
At the
You
same
know,
time, she is
you
very
don't,
intense. Like, she's very intense.
yeah, you don't sell out your friends and family, but at the same time, you don't neglect your relationship with your partner as well.
Yeah.
Goes both. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know,
Should
if
we
she
go on
wanted
to the next one?
she wanted to hide it, she would like block her on
Yeah.
Instagram, right?
Oh my god, I didn't think of that. Maybe she didn't think of that too. Look, I didn't think of that.
But I'm just saying, if you approach me and confront me about like something like this, I would think that you're quite unreasonable as well, because of the way you approach me being quite passive aggressive. If you said like I hurt your feelings because I did something to make you think that I was busy and I ended up not being busy, even though going out with your partner is technically busy, I would feel bothered by it as well.
Wait, how old were they again?
29, both.
Oh, you see, I'm not 29, but we both know that they're old enough to like sit down and communicate properly. Like, hey, you know, I don't know if I'm misunderstanding anything. I don't really want to let this misunderstanding sour our friendship. Can we talk about it? Like, this is how it made me feel. I'm not sure if, you know, we can talk about it, blah, blah, blah.
And you know the vibes where you defend yourself so much that you're projecting. She keeps saying like she's not overreacting. But then she keeps typing in caps and she explains the situation, and I'm like, girl, you are overreacting, and this is kind of crazy.
I'm not overreacting in caps.
Right? And she's like, no, I'm being understanding. I'm not accusing her at all. But then the next sentence is literally accusing her. I'm just glad her friend blocked her.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm changing my verdict. A-hole.
Yeah, a-hole. A-hole. But also
Shall we move on?
Possibly everyone does suck here. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I don't want this to go on too much. Later we fight. I'm kidding. I have a very interesting one here. Am I the a-hole for cutting off my sister financially after finding out her unemployed boyfriend is benefiting from my money? Bit sensitive. So, throwaway account. My sister, 23, female, works as a cashier and earns barely above the minimum wage in our state. So I, 30, male, have been supporting her financially. I pay half her rent and her utilities and regularly send extra money for things like groceries or hair appointments or whatever she needs money for. I never really minded because I earn about 4 times what she does. About 5 months ago, she started asking for money much more often. She always had a reason, and I sent her money without question because I want her to feel I will always help her out. Then last week, I ran into her at a club with a guy, Jake, 27 male. Not sure if this is the real name or an alias, but we'll just take it as an alias since it's a very common name. She introduced as her boyfriend. When I asked how long they had been together, she said a few months, which surprised me since I knew nothing about it. She got evasive and annoyed when I asked her more questions. That made me uneasy. I just wanted to make sure my sister was with someone decent, you know? So I called one of her friends the next day and asked about Jake. The friend didn't have a high opinion of Jake. She told me Jake had been basically unemployed for over 2 years because he can't keep a job. He moved in with my sister 4 months ago after they had only been dating for a month. He stays home while my sister goes to work and isn't really doing much to get a job. I knew nothing about this. I've been paying rent for an apartment he lives in without contributing anything. I also realized that my sister's increased requests of money lined up with when he moved in with her, which means most of it has probably been going to him. I confronted my sister about it. She said she didn't tell me about the relationship because it was still developing. I told her I would stop covering half of the rent going forward since she's now has a roommate who should pay the other half. I will still pay the utilities, but I'm cutting back on my extra cash. She got upset and asked how she was supposed to manage on her income. I pointed out that she now has a partner, surely he can subsidize. She told me he does not have a job. I responded that maybe it was time he got serious about finding one. I made it clear I didn't trust the guy. Someone being comfortable depending on her so early in the relationship felt like he was taking advantage. She accused me of being judgmental, saying he's just going through a rough patch and needs support until he can get back up. She also accused me of trying to control her life because I help her out financially and I have no right to meddle in her personal life. We have not spoken in days and now I feel conflicted. I genuinely believe he is using her and she's using my support to enable it. I'm not trying to control her life, but I don't like her being taken advantage of. Am I the a-hole? There's an edit. Apparently people are shocked that I give her so much support. My sister and I got closer following the death of our parents a few years ago and I've taken care of her since. I've never minded until now, but perhaps it's time she learns to find her own footing. What do you think?
I think he's not the a-hole, but the sister is very entitled and the partner is definitely an a-hole. If you are not earning your own money, because assuming she's staying with her partner but not her brother, I kind of have a thought of like, why are you guys staying together when you have no means to be together?
Yeah, I get that. Like, honestly, with the sister, I don't I don't identify her as big of an a-hole because I understand like the feeling of having support from like a family and then it's suddenly being taken away. Not saying like, oh my god, I'm entitled. No. I'm saying it like when I first started working after I stopped being a student, my mom like used to buy me all everything I need. She gave me an allowance when I was a student. She bought me food, etc. And suddenly being cut off from that when I was like, I got my first job, I was working, and she was like, you're gonna have to pay for things now. I'm not giving you any more cash. I'm not giving you food. You have to buy it. And sometimes maybe it wouldn't hurt for you to buy me some stuff. As someone who's just coming out to work and just starting out the life of adulting, it was very difficult. I have to be honest, I struggled with it. Like, why do I have to pay? Why am I having less and less for myself? Why do I have nothing left for myself? You know, it felt like that. But honestly, maybe she's also being manipulated by her grade a-hole of a boyfriend who's obviously deadbeat. So maybe if given enough time having to struggle with less support, maybe she will like wake up. If hopefully the relationship doesn't progress any further, she'll wake up and see that, you know, the logic in things, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I
might just be the Asian in me.
I've personally been in this position though, like when I, was in school, in uni, my dad like paid for everything, my schooling, my accommodation and stuff, and I had a partner at that time as well. So when we moved in together, my dad was paying for everything, and even with my current husband, Carl, like when we first got together, my dad paid for everything. But then it never got to a point where my dad like cut me off. Because, you know, filial piety, I don't want my dad to, I guess, like, be burdened by me and my husband. Like, of course, we are grateful for the help, like, that he set us up with a foundation and a place to stay. But, you know, like, you should be, I guess, like, how to say, you should be like self-aware enough to like be like, okay, they've set me up, I'm in a place now, I should start working for ourselves and our future that we want, without them having to reach a limit and having to cut you off themselves. Like, you should be thinking about like, hey, how can I ease their burden? So I think the sister is a bit of an a-hole because she didn't even think about the burden she's causing her brother. Like, he's raising himself and these two people. What if he has a family and, you know, a partner as well?
Yeah, true. She's definitely still like entitled for sure.
Yeah.
She's definitely entitled.
But like, also, like, why is her boyfriend not working? At what age did she say he was? Like 28, 29?
The boyfriend's 27. She's 23.
Yeah. So at 27,
No, something's wrong with her boyfriend. Something's wrong with her boyfriend. Cause her friend said that what? Wait, let me see if I can find it. Unemployed, can't keep a job. Over 2 years of unemployment and can't keep a job. First of all, I'm sure y'all good men out there knows the feeling of if you have a girl you love and you want the best for them, you're gonna work hard. You're gonna work your butt off. If he can't keep a job, there's only two reasons I can see. First is he's able to get a job, obviously, but it's either he's quitting or he is getting fired. And why is he quitting? If he wants to have like a future with her, he should be working hard and not quitting. If you can quit over whatever, something's wrong. If he's getting fired, something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just commitment issues as well, right? Like, holding a job is not easy. Neither is being in a relationship.
No, it's not.
Like, nothing in life that's worth is easy, you know? But of course, I'm not saying like, oh, you should stick through a toxic workplace. But are you telling me 10 out of 10 places are toxic? I don't think so. Like, surely you can't be that unlucky. So it shows a lack of commitment on his part. And of course, I'm not saying that, oh, only the guy should earn money. Like, she should earn her own money too. Like, unless, you know, she's at home taking care of kids, which doesn't sound like that's what's happening.
Usually, even if people are like housewives, there's like communication between the partners. Like, you know, hey, I can afford it. Why don't you just stay at home? We split it, blah, blah, blah. You know, the responsibilities. Things like that.
Yeah, and honestly, these days, I do think that, like...
But I feel like he's just using her for her money. Like, oh, I don't have to work. I can just chill at home and she's giving me money too. Oh my God. So both of them are actually the same. She's slightly better because she's actually holding on to a job.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, these days, like, it makes sense for one partner to do, like, to be at home taking care of kids if you have multiple kids, because like childcare is expensive. But that's not their scenario. Their scenario is that he's a deadbeat who doesn't want to work for some reason. There's no excuse to not work. Like, I mean, if you have a disability, then yes, you have a valid reason. But if you're a functioning human, there's not reason to not be able to find some sort of even part-time work.
Sorry, I just saw a comment and I want to laugh. Like, I shouldn't. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna slip this in. Someone said your sister found herself a hobosexual.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, the boyfriend.
So he's not OP. No asshole. Sister, a-hole. Jake, big a-hole.
Yeah, I want to know Jake's side of the story.
I don't know where we're gonna get that.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yes.
All right. So this is my second and final. Am I the a-hole for not fighting after my autistic child was excluded by designer Sync2395 using throwaway account? I, 38F, and my husband, 38M, have two daughters, 10F and 12F. 12F is neurotypical and 10F is autistic. This is about 10F only. In my daughter's school, they have a rule. If you invite the whole class and distribute invitations in class, you can't exclude only a few students. My daughter, due to her condition, doesn't get along with most kids in her class. She often says mean things and can be disruptive because she doesn't understand how to communicate. We are working to fix this with therapy. There's this kid in her class, Bob, fake name, who she absolutely doesn't get along with. Recently, he was distributing invitations for his birthday party sometime next week, and he invited everyone but her. This made her feel bad, expectedly so. Her special ed teacher informed me about it, and she told me that since this was done in school, we could tell the school to mediate. I asked my daughter about it, and she said everyone in her class was invited, except for her, in tears. She said she really wanted to go to his party, but was the only student excluded, which made her have a meltdown. I later got a message from her homeroom teacher to come in for a meeting with Bob's parents to discuss the situation, since her special ed teacher informed her and it was a violation of school policy. I replied that I don't want to raise a complaint with the school even though it went against their policy. When my daughter asked why I was not fighting for her, I told her it's because she doesn't get along with Bob and asked why she wanted to go to his party in the first place. She didn't want to miss out on the fun and was the only kid excluded. I then asked her how she would feel if she was forced to invite Bob to her birthday, and she had a fit over the mere thought of it. I then asked her, if you're upset with the mere thought of inviting him to your party, you can imagine how upset he would be if he had to invite you. She then had another meltdown over it, saying that it's unfair. My husband also agrees with that the other kids shouldn't be forced to invite her. We think that since she is likely to be excluded later, maybe she will learn from this. There is an update with this post. Do you want the update now, or do you want to come up with your verdict first?
Nah. Give me the update first.
Okay, so update. Wasn't sure if I should post it, but it gives more context. I had a meeting with the teacher and Bob's mom through Zoom. Didn't think it was serious enough to need physical meeting. This is how it went. Bob's mom said, I don't even understand why your daughter wants to attend my son's birthday. Do you know their relationship? And me, OP, said, I don't want her to attend. I just wanted to address the issue following the school rules. If one student is excluded and the rest are invited, don't distribute invites in class. I understand why Bob doesn't want her to attend, but to not distribute the invites in class is right. So Bob's mom was surprised, and she said, whole class? What do you mean? He only invited his friends, not the whole class. I can't afford a party for 30 kids. So teacher said, then why did he distribute invites in class? Bob's mom said, he only gave his friends. I'm not hosting a party for 30 kids. At this point, they called Bob out of the class since it was beginning of the day, and the teacher asked him why he distributed them in class knowing this rule, and whether he did invite everybody. Bob said that he lied to my daughter about inviting the whole class. He made a show of giving the invites just to his friends, but told her that he invited the whole class just to make her feel bad, as he knew the rest of the students wouldn't tell her the truth because of how she treats them badly as well. My daughter then told the special ed teacher who this was. My daughter then told the special ed teacher this, who then told me and her homeroom teacher, then asked why he said that. He said that he wanted to get back at her. He described a serious bullying incident before the Christmas holidays that my daughter did. He didn't tell anyone because no one takes actions against my daughter apparently. He was then sent back to class. I apologized for what my daughter did to him and urged the teacher to take action against her, that this needs to be an incident report. I also requested the teacher not tell my daughter about Bob lying. I said I would do it myself. After knowing what she did, I didn't even want to tell her that Bob lied. I just want her to feel bad about being excluded because I think she deserves it for what she's done to him. Are they the asshole?
Who's the asshole?
Is the mom the asshole?
No, I really don't think she's the a-hole for like disciplining her daughter, helping her learn, even though her daughter is neurodivergent, you know?
Yeah,
Like, yeah. Sorry.
no, I agree with you because like the daughter was like in school bullying people. Like just because you're her mom's words, not mine, just because you're autistic doesn't mean you have to be an a-hole.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's consequences to action. Like, even if she's neurodivergent, there's like, and obviously, if she's going to school, she's probably like somewhat high functioning or able to function. So there might be meltdowns here and there or whatever, but you still got to learn how to survive in society one day when the parents isn't around. But the mother lying and not telling her the truth, though, I don't like the thought of that. I think that both the kids should communicate. The parents should get them to communicate, clarify the truth, but also continue to explain to her daughter that, like, you know, even if he had invited the whole class, he probably still wouldn't have invited her.
Here's my view.
You know, she has to learn to accept rejection.
Here's my view. The communication already happened. Like, she said to her daughter, how would you feel if you had to invite him? And she had a mental breakdown. Like, she had a meltdown. Like, how... I'm not a parent. You're not a parent. How would we discipline our kid who doesn't understand the scenario flipped on them?
If they don't understand it flipped on them, give them an example.
She
like,
gave the example.
Literally, like, force them to invite Bob to a party or something, you know? Was it Bob?
I don't think this is a fix in their case because it's mentioned multiple times by mom that no one in the class likes her daughter. So I don't think anyone's coming to the party in the first place. Her party, like if she were to have one. So I think that the way her mom's like teaching her, like, I mean, lying, you shouldn't lie to your family, you shouldn't lie to your kids, but I can see it being a valuable learning lesson.
I don't know, maybe I have very different views about like using lies to teach lessons, you know? There's like a neurodivergent channel, you could say. I guess they're on most social media platforms, called Torrent Wolf. So he's I believe like a teenager or an adult. He's neurodivergent. He has his meltdowns. His mom knows how to handle him, and he's very well spoken. He's very well spoken, very well mannered, and they admit that he has meltdowns too. But they choose not to post it because of giving him the choice of what to post. But it's like, it just believes that neurodivergent kids can learn. It might take more patience. Like, you might have to like really like reiterate and really like explain it again and again or something. But they're gonna grow up one day without the mom to be there someday in adulthood, and they're gonna need to learn how to accept rejection. They're gonna need to learn how to accept different scenarios and situations when they have to face the society alone.
Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking right now is like, why was she so insisting to go to a party where people aren't her friends? Because she's just gonna be left out, right?
It feels like she's a bit spoiled, you know. Maybe the mom or the parents can't help but spoil her a little bit, you know, at home, because she's special, you know. Most parents make this mistake of like, oh, they're a bit special, you know, they give in a little bit more at home, but coming out, the kids won't understand that they can't have everything their way.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, okay, if she gets ignored at a party, would she have a crush out there and then make it about herself?
Yeah, and then no one's gonna be happy.
Yeah, so I mean, the kid's definitely an a-hole, but she's neurodivergent, so you know, say what you will about that. I believe that if
she's an a-hole.
Yeah, just because you're neurodivergent does not mean you're not an a-hole.
The mom's not an a-hole. She's trying her best to like guide and teach her daughter. You can tell that she's trying her best.
Yeah, but how weird is this, right? Like the school having a policy not to hand out invitations if you're not inviting everyone. Like, I don't know where
That's
else
weird.
I don't know where else you would hand out invites. It's not like you know your classmates' address. I don't even know your address.
I don't know. Like, isn't the place you bond with your friends most at school in the classroom? Like, you would have just passed it out there, you know? Like,
Right.
this is a weird rule. It's a weird rule because I feel like kids should learn how to deal with the fact that sometimes in society you're not always going to be included. Sometimes you're going to be excluded, and the teacher should guide them. I feel like this is a rule to make things easier for the school.
Yes, but then like in term you actually do make things harder, but I can see this rule being maybe it's more after our time, because I can see a lot of the comments understanding why this rule exists, and it seems to be quite widely accepted to have this rule.
Maybe it's just not an Asian thing. I don't know about
Yeah.
I don't know if this would be in Asia.
Yeah, because I guess growing up, my teacher didn't give two damns about this kind of stuff. They're like, you know, you do whatever you want during recess, and then when you're back to class, you study. It's like they're not gonna tell you
Yeah.
what you can and can't hand out.
And you know, in between classes, you're gonna have time. They're gonna like be in their own friend group, talk to each other. What's wrong with them handing out invites?
Yeah, right? I mean, the way I see it is the most cost effective and most efficient way to get things out there.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, they're 10. Why are they having like a party?
yeah, but a lot of the comments were like, Bob shouldn't have distributed it at school. It's like, where else can a 10-year-old give out invites?
Especially a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's not like his mom's friends with everyone's mom.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I think, I don't know, like some of the comments I'm not going to agree with. Obviously, we all have our own opinions. But it just made me think about how, like, I don't think I would have any parties with friends at 10. It'd just be family.
Yeah, right? Like my parents look, what would your mom do if you were not invited to a party, but everyone in your class was?
Oh, you must have done something that everyone don't want to invite you, huh? What did you do?
Yeah, because my dad would have been like, you know what, this is a great opportunity for you to stay home and learn.
And study.
Yeah, learn. Because like my dad's so traditional, right? Like he doesn't believe in like, you know, like depression, anxiety, all of that. He's like, this is a good learning opportunity. You should learn that not everyone in life has to like you. Like when
You
I
know
told
how,
him I was
like,
having issues at school, he was like, yeah, this is a good learning opportunity. You should go and face your fears. There's no such thing as anxiety. You just gotta have thicker skin. I'm like, I'm 12. I don't want to have thicker skin. Like, just let me change schools.
No. Grow out.
Right? Asian parents.
Hey, but we love them, okay? Guys, we're not
Yeah.
complaining. We love them. Yeah, I don't know. There's like a lot of things to look at, and a lot of perspective to look at. I understand that the kid's neurodivergent, but let's be honest, talking about like human psychology or whatever it is, a lot of people are neurodivergent. It's just that it's the severity that causes people to get like a diagnosis. Oftentimes, we might have like mild cases where it won't be diagnosed because we're perfectly able to function in society, at least awkwardly a little bit, but we're able to function, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think Asian parents normally recognizes anyone who might be neurodivergent unless it is severe enough. So if I were to have a crash out, my mom would probably be like, stop it. You behave, you go to your room.
So mom's very understanding, you know. She commented that I had to add context that she doesn't get along with other kids, doesn't understand why she's not invited. Matters that she's autistic. She had a meltdown over the mere thought of having to invite him to her birthday. I don't think Bob was wrong to exclude her based on how she treated him. It might sound unfair, but that's the situation.
Yeah, mom's not the a-hole. She's not an a-hole. She's trying her best. She's trying her best as a mom. Props for that.
And I feel so bad for her because, like, you know, she's like, what, 10, right? Like, she seems to already be sort of segregated from the rest of her class.
It's gonna be hard, but hopefully given time, you know, the kid's gonna do better.
I like this comment from her mom. She said, a kid in a wheelchair can't learn to walk except rare cases, but an autistic child can learn communication and how their words and actions affect others. I will ask the school to intervene because he did it in front of her and he should have been more discreet if he didn't want to invite her. But I wouldn't be surprised if other kids did this based on how she treated them. It might feel unfair, but the only thing I can do is ensure that it's not done in class and done more discreetly.
I still feel like she's intervening a bit too much. You know, like if she really wants to teach a kid a lesson, there's no point in doing all that. But at the same time, it might just be me being Asian. I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah,
involved.
like if anything, you sort of put a target on your girl's back.
Yeah.
Because now the kids are going to think she's a snitch.
Yeah.
You know, one of these comments I think you're going to find very interesting, right? It's like, the comment says like, oh, isn't there, doesn't the school give out an address book so that, you know, you can send out the address to, like, send out the invites to people directly?
Oh, they have address.
Bro, that sounds crazy. Like, first of all, sounds like a violation of privacy.
Yeah.
Second of all, OP commented on that and they said they asked the child to ask their friend to get their parents' number of mail if they want it. They don't give information to us.
Okay, that's good. That's legally safe.
Yeah, but then it sounds like a lot of extra steps to have like a 10-person party. You gotta have 10 persons like address and
just be like us. No point. Just make a party with the family.
Yeah, this is too much. My parents would be like, yeah, no party.
Yeah, like what's the point of going through all the trouble and then you have to clean up after? Just have a cake with the family, blow your candles, be done.
Yeah, like if they had to get 10 people's like parents involved, they'll be like, no party. In saying that though, like up to like high school, my dad didn't let me go out unless he had the other parent's number. Not that he would call, but he just like, if he knew I couldn't get the parent's number, I was not going out.
I think the first time I was able to even go to a friend's house was in high school. Your house.
Was it my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when like everyone slept over and the boys had to sleep in the balcony.
Wait, that's a story for another time, okay?
Yes, yeah, we'll share that story another time.
Okay, let's not drag this out too much. I have one last story. Yeah, we'll just move on to the next story. We don't want to drag this out. Misa has dinner plans, so let's not drag this out. This is from Sushi Supreme. Oh, this is a whole tongue twister. Am I the a-hole asking aunt to delete post of my newborn's birth? This one also a little bit sensitive. Literally gave birth today. This was posted yesterday, so gave birth today, 10-ish hours ago. My mother has sent anyone and everyone a text about it. Therefore, I'm getting random messages from family members saying congratulations. That pissed me off, but to make it worse, caps, my aunt, who I dislike, am not friends with on Facebook, decided to post a picture of my newborn, in caps, and announce his arrival. I haven't spoken to anyone. I haven't sent any pictures. I haven't posted about him. I can't even announce my own goddamn baby to the world. To make matters worse, it was up for 4 hours before I could comment on it. Now it's 1 a.m. and I just saw it, so she won't see my messages to delete it till the morning. This chick does endless amount of drugs and is associated with people I do not want in my life, in caps. I'm so upset. I blame my stupid mother. She tagged me in it too, so everyone I know has seen it probably. I'm so livid. My mom's acting like it's no big deal at all because they were just happy, in quotes. Like, I don't give an F. I'm gonna be honest, she's swearing a little bit here and there because she's definitely angry.
Yeah.
Am I the a-hole? Question mark. Update, 9:56 a.m. She has deleted it after I made my cousin, her daughter, B-word her out. Thank you for everyone's input. She still bothers. Okay, wait. Still bothers me. There was a picture of him posted online without my consent for whoever to see. I'm no contact with this aunt, so I don't understand why she thought this was okay. This is not okay. Honestly, I think it's not okay.
Yeah, definitely. Don't post other people's kids before them. You don't even know what they want and what they don't. I don't have kids myself, but my sister-in-law has 3 kids, and when I see her post them online, she always puts like a sticker over their face, like a heart-shaped sticker. I guess like these
Yeah.
days, you never know what people will do with like pictures of your family, right? Like there might be creeps out there, like photoshopping your kids and stuff like that. Don't give them the ammunition to do it. Kids can't consent. Like they
Yeah,
can't tell you like, okay, yeah, I want to have my whole childhood on the internet.
yeah, like either cover their face or don't really show their face
Right.
if possible.
Plus you said the aunt was like some sort of druggie.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what kind of friends she's with on Facebook. Like she might be friends with a drug dealer, and it might be like a loan shark situation where like you can't pay back, whatever drugs you bought, and then they go and harass your family because they're tagged in the post and stuff like that. Like why would you put your family in unsavory like conditions?
Yeah, there's a few things. Like, the world has a lot of weird people as well. There's a lot of weird PDF files.
Yeah, right? Like
and with the rise of AI and stuff.
yeah, and I guess like one
Plus,
of the bigger debates now is like, those kids that have their whole life put on the internet. I'm not saying this is the case because it's a newborn baby, but if you don't stop your aunt now, like who knows, she might take care of your kid next weekend and then start posting videos of them, right? But lots of kids that are online, they don't consent to being put online, but then they're like monetized.
no. Like the kid's not gonna be with the aunt. Obviously, she said like OP said that she's not like talking to the aunt. She didn't like this aunt. She was never friends with this aunt on Facebook originally.
Yeah, but you
So
never know if the mom
yeah.
like has a video of the kid playing at the park at 4 years old.
And then the aunt just be like, "I'm gonna post that."
Yeah, like you never know, like who gave her permission to do all this. So
But it's weird. It's weird in the first place. Like, why would you post a newborn announcement of someone else's kid?
Yes, no, but I kind of get that though, because like like I guess like in our Asian auntie and uncles, like they do post a lot of shit on Facebook. Like they
True.
do be posting a lot, like even like like I'm not close to any of my aunties and uncles, but like probably if they got like salacious tea, they'd be posting about me.
I don't know. I don't think my family would post about me randomly, but I also make my stand very clear sometimes that like no means no.
Yeah.
But it's still weird. It's still weird, like announcing someone else's newborn. If it's not your own kid, even my aunt and uncle, if they announce a newborn kid or a baby, it's usually like their own grandchildren. It's not gonna be like their niece and nephew's kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe, but like I think like where it was like probably like over the limit is like if they're not friends and stuff, why are you gonna tag her?
No, if she find out later and if she wasn't tagged and she found out even later, she probably would have been more pissed off.
Yeah, probably, but at least the aunt like removed it when she was told, like some I guess older folks sometimes like they're like, no, why would I? Why should I?
True. At least it got removed. Like that's the bare minimum for her. I do not think OP is an a-hole at all. Like
No,
she
not
has
at
the right.
all.
It's her child. She has the right to like not want her child online.
Yeah, exactly. And I have like I said, my sister-in-law is like my closest example, but I see a lot of parents these days like that are more I guess more cautious of internet safety. Like I have friends, our age that have kids and they always put a sticker over their baby's face.
Yeah, you can post your kids, but not in their entirety, I believe. It's too dangerous online. People can do weird things. You really don't want people to goon over your kids. It's not something pleasant, man.
Yeah, and don't go posting other people's kids. Like I have lots of family photos
For
with my
sure.
in-laws. I don't post them because I don't know if like I should post them. Like I might repost something that someone else posts,
Yeah. even as adults, we have to give consent. Like you said, kids can't give consent. If they grow up and they're like, I never consented to this, I don't like that my face is online, everyone saw me growing up, it's too late then.
Yes, and not to mention what kind of audience you have. I mean, like I'm not dressing the most appropriately sometimes online, so it's like I know like what sort of people view my stories. Not that I'm an OF creator or anything. I'm actually private on IG, but like I'm just saying, like if you know like certain people look at your stories because they know this is the kind of content you post, and then you suddenly post about kids, you're exposing them to an audience that their mom.
I don't know what you mean. Girl,
Like-
every time I watch your stories, it's like, delicious dinner. Ooh, that looks good. Date night dinner.
Yeah. But then like, you know, like the aunt has like, you know, what sort of people that she associated according to OP, it's like druggies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there are certain type of people and then you go and expose them to like OP's kid.
But yeah, people are weird online these days. Like I wear a simple tank top and they be like, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. And then you have all of these like I guess like simps, goons, whatever, looking at your story, and then like they're gonna get used to seeing your family who don't want to be exposed to this kind of environment.
True. So, aunt, big a-hole. Even the mom, I think the mom might be a little innocent, you know. She's just like excited to share her newborn grandchild to the family. She was like texting them privately. She wasn't posting it publicly, you know. Although yeah, I know OP might be a little bit frustrated and annoyed, but she probably wasn't really that mad at her mom because the mom seems to be like just like happy, you know. But the aunt though, she's a-hole. In my
OP
opinion.
blew the F up in the post though, like she was cursing and shit.
Yeah, understandably. I don't blame her.
I don't know. I would, if this happened to me, I don't know how I would react because like do you think you'd be the kind of mom that would put a sticker over your kid's face?
I don't even know if I want kids.
Yeah,
But if I do have kids, honestly, I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. I think that if I have like a private account that literally has no followers other than like maybe me and my partner or whatever, just for like an archive, I don't mind posting their photos, but for the most of it, I think I won't even like post my kid. Even if I do, yes, I'll post a sticker or, you know, just show like the back of the kid. Like, don't really show off the face. Don't want to show my kid off to the world too much. Have them have like their own privacy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't know. I feel like she blew it out of proportion a little bit, but I can see where the outrage came from because the aunt definitely was out of line.
Well, it was the same day she gave birth, girl. Like, you can understand her frustration.
Yeah, I guess the aunt stole her.
The moment, you know?
Yeah, stole
I don't know,
her
like,
as well.
it's not like moment as in like, oh, it's my moment, but as a mother, you have the right to have that moment to announce your kid.
Yeah, that's
publicly.
right.
Publicly, at least.
Yeah.
Some people in the comment was talking about unauthorized or like no consent pictures of a minor, which is very true as well.
Yeah. And in our culture, we have like a confinement period anyways that people don't see the baby for like 1 month to 3 months.
Her mom saw. Her mom would be there. Like even the mothers would see it. Like your direct mom or mother-in-law, they'll still see it if they send a picture.
But not the public. Like you know, like we always wait for the confinement period before posting, anyways.
You just want to make sure the baby's healthy first, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
the aunt is the a-hole.
The aunt is the a-hole. Well, okay, that's all. That's the final read from me, I guess you could say. I really hope that we can do this weekly, post it more often, perhaps.
Yeah, and I think we're looking at doing some other projects as well. We're thinking of conspiracies, true crime. I don't know if I want
to touch conspiracies.
Hantu stories.
Confessions.
Ghost stories.
Hantu.
Yeah.
Confessions. I wonder what kind of weird confessions people would have. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have like submissions from viewers. We'll also do.
We'll get there someday,
advice.
hopefully.
Yeah, we'll do advice, but I think you said we're not fit to give advice.
I do not think people should take advice from us, but we'll try our best to give good advice. Like, when we talk about topics like this, we kind of have our opinions. I don't think we give bad advice, but I'm not gonna say everything we say is to be taken as advice, though.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. We are just doing this to have a bit of a yap.
Yeah, just friends trying to chill, have fun, just share the fun.
And hopefully you'll hear from us same time next week.
Hopefully. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.